Okay, so you might hear some noise in the background because Travis is here and he's playing games. I'm making a basic video on showing you how to use WordPress. So when you get to this like login page, I own my domain, which is why it looks like that. So you get your website and then you do like / WordPress wp-admin, and this is how you sort of navigate WordPress, because it's not visual like some other things like Wix or whatever. I don't know the other ones. Anyway, this is what I use and it is by far the best so far. So you want to begin by looking for appearance and themes. So this is like what your website looks like. You can get free ones or you can buy one. Ours is bought. It's a Soledad or whatever. So you can like basically apply one of these, like preview it or activate it. I've got loads downloaded. You know, I've gone through many. So that's the first thing you want to do. Once you've picked one, you can basically look up here for ones you've got, or you can WordPress.org themes. Those are free, I think. So you can look through. Let's just do it as if we were doing it. So you can see. So this is like from the very beginning what you'll see. I have a lot of stuff already on my website. So like here, when you went to themes to begin with, you probably won't have very many. You'll have the few. So you can look through all of these and pick one, and you can do install. Then once you've installed it, you'll be sort of back at this page where you can see the installed ones, and then you can activate it. Once you've done that, you want to go to customize. Hi, Travis.
Mom, that's like 13.
Well done. I'll be there in a wee minute, okay?
I make 14.
Yeah, we'll make a 14 plane, okay?
And 15 one.
Yeah. Okay, just give me a minute. Sorry about that. Yeah, he's playing merge planes. It's taking it forever to load anyway. So then when you get to your theme, it's going to look all jumbled up and probably nothing like it did on the demo one, which is fine. You just need to figure out how to add everything in. Yours options down here will be different than mine because your theme's different. Even if you got Soledad, it won't look like this when you first use it. You have to add all the bits in, really, and figure out, like, go into the options of stuff, change the logo, change the top bar options. Like, so this is how you control all of these. You could change, like, your logo and your header. So if I remove that, I'm probably going to regret this. It just takes a minute to sort of update. See, now it's that. I'm going to have to find that again. Travis, hopefully it can find this. Nope, these are old ones. Actually, I've realised what I can do. I'll just not save it. Anyway, you can go through all of these, changing all the options on pretty much everything, and that's how you make it look how you want to look. So this part down the side, from here, under the About Me, is generally called a sidebar. So it's probably under the widgets. Widgets, see? Yeah, sidebar. And here's everything I've got in there. So here's the About Me. I uploaded the image. I'll show you how to upload images and stuff in a minute, but basically I put the link from the image. That was a harder thing for me to figure out how to do, but I did it. Stop shouting. So then you figure out how to use the widgets. Each one's different, but these are the ones I picked. If you're using Amazon, make sure to put an affiliate disclosure or they can withhold your money from you and take you off the program. So that's how you edit how it looks. So the sidebars in the widgets. There's not much point in me explaining what all these different things are called because yours could look different, but these will come under menus, these things, these bars. And then like the Google and things will be like social something, which might be in the widget area as well. Can't remember. Social media options. Yeah, so like you can figure it out. Just go through everything one by one and make sure that everything's there. One of my biggest tips is put your email address on your front page. or in like the bar or something, because if people want to come to you to buy a post, they want to be able to find your information quickly. They don't want to have to use a form and look through everything. So make sure your email is easily findable. Oh, thank God. It says it's not going to save it. So that's that first part. So this will take a long time. It's not as quickly as like just going through everything. You'll have to design logos and all that you want to add in. You can update widgets in this area as well. So if you can't find the way to edit it through that customized part, that you think it should be able to do something else, you can maybe find it in here. Menus, this is how you decide what comes under other things, for example. So in your menus, you can like change the structure of the menu. You could add a new thing. So what I've done is, apart from that top bar, actually maybe, yeah, so actually you can see in destinations, it says category. So it's not actually a page, it's a category. So when I write my posts, I tag them with categories. So then every post that's under like Africa will come up from that main bar. Travis, don't do that. Get it off. He's now got my hoodie on his legs. Come on. Thank you. Go and play the game and I'll be there in a wee minute. So for example, these are all categories that I made into an extra menu. So Africa, so everything tagged with Africa will come under here when you click on it. See? So when I wrote that post, I tagged it with Africa. Let's just look at this one. I don't know why I didn't write this post a long time ago. I've done this, it was a year ago we went to the jungle sanctuary, the jungle elephant sanctuary. It still won't be out for a while. So for example, when you write it, you can choose a category for it. I've heard that for SEO purposes, search engine optimization, the best thing to do is only have a maximum of 2 categories per post. Otherwise, it comes up too many times. So try to stick to 1 or 2. Just a tip. Tags are good because they decide which posts are related to others. Let me show you an example. If I went on my website and I went on this one, when you go to the bottom, depending on what your theme looks like, there's probably some way to remove it or whatever, but usually there's a linked post. Like you may also like, and I'm pretty sure these are chosen because they've got similar categories. So Kenya, 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 maybe they're all related because they've got something to do with Africa, okay? These before and after are like the posts that were posted before it and then the one after, obvious. So that's that. So you can make new categories in here, or you can just make them when you do a post. For example, add new category. The parent category is the one you want it to come after. So for example, destinations. If I wanted to add South Africa, oh, I forgot to do it. You would click Africa and then do add new category. So now I'll have to edit that. I can do that in here. So that's how you can do something like that. And that's how you make them sort of come under one another. They don't have to all come on your website. So now that I've made South Africa, I've not got any posts about South Africa, so it won't actually show on my website unless I add it to my menu. So you can quick edit this. Nope, proper edit this. And give it a parent Africa. So you can change like you can change how it shows up like this. So I always take that away because it's too long. You want it on one line. I'm going to have to go through all the categories and do this. You can add a description, which helps with SEO. I've really not done all that yet on mine. I need to go through. They've got so many categories and stuff to go through and do that. So that's how you make the menu, then I could do this. No, it's in categories because I made categories. Then you would just look for South Africa. It would go to the bottom, and then you just drag it up and like put it. For example, you could put it like under Ethiopia if you wanted, like so that it's another category down. But it's not for me. Like Kenya's the same. I want it to show up under destinations like this, and they both show up together. If I put it under Ethiopia, another bit would pop out over here, and it would be like another selection within Ethiopia. So that's menus. I don't really do any of this right now. The next thing you want to look at is making pages. So you want to have a few main pages on your website. I'll show you. The main page I have is my front page, but I deal with how this looks through the customize in the appearance part. So I don't touch like any of that within a page editor. I leave it how it is because it's all code. I don't want to mess with that. An example of a page though is about us. We've got an about us. So these are all pages all along the top. So this is a page. You can see it's different. It's not got a sidebar. Yeah, so you can see. I just wrote, I need to go through this. It's so out of date. I obviously need to center that. It's not worked. Yeah, so that's a page. So your main pages are probably something like that. About us, where we've been. Yeah, I've got I love this page because I've got a map on it. So with the maps, you can either find a website that you can embed the code, or you can use a plugin. I think mine's is a plugin. I don't know if there's something wrong with it, but basically you can click on it and see, like, sometimes I've added a picture, sometimes I haven't, of different places. It should say stuff, so it's obviously not working. Oh yeah, see, this is somewhere we went in Vietnam. We went in 2018, all three of us, but for example, Kenya, it was David in 2015. So, and then this is a good thing to do. When you talk about the different places, you can link them to an article about that place, because that gives it, that's quite good to do that. It's good for SEO to have them all linked in some way. So these are all places we've been, and then I talk about the future plans. Scottish road trip is kind of, we've done a sort of brief one. Yeah, so you want pages like that. If you've got a travel blog, then you can talk about where you're going or whatever. Contact us page, it's got a form, it's got my email address again. You should try and link to all your social pages if you've not done that already. Like, you can try and add something like this, which is better, but oh wow, I really need to update this. It's all over the place. Yeah, this is so out of date. Oh my god, this is from over a year ago. I talked about all the places we were going and our travel plans, and they could contact us if they wanted to work with us, because we worked with a bunch of hotels on sponsored stays. So then I have a work with us page, so like companies come to us, they can see what we can offer. You can look at all this yourself. Stuff that we've done, like links to some posts. I mean, things like that. People we've worked for, portfolios, like websites we've built or videos we've made. Posts we've wrote. All different things that we've done, basically. You want to have a media kit if you're going to try and get sponsored to do anything. I don't know if this is up to date or not. But basically, this is just a brief thing to tell people about you, what you do, your stats and everything. So that's not a page, that's like a media. So when you go to add, you can add media this way for when you're building pages. So media is just like videos or images. So you can add new. So this is how you can add like logo or whatever. So let's go, for example, this one of me holding my degree. If I click on that, I can now see the link to that image. So for example, when I was in that widget, I could use this link and it would link to this image from the website without having to like find it in a different way to add it in. So this is all images and stuff, and you can add like a PDF on this and then use the link. So when I was building the menu, I added, instead of a category, I added a custom link, and then I used the link to the media kit. So you can do custom links and add those in, and they just look the exact same within the website. You put in the link, and then you decide what it's called, media kit, and then I added it under, okay, it's not on this menu. This is the menu, the second one down, but the other menu, because you can have more than one. Let's see if this is it. So, yes, so look. So you can see that these are mainly all pages, but then I've got a couple of custom links that just on the website, they look the exact same. See, work with us, disclosure, store. But really, it takes you somewhere else. For example, our store is actually our Forever Living store that we have. And you can go and buy like products from that, which we've got some sales from doing that. Let's move back. So let's pretend you're now ready to do a post. You've finished all your pages. So you just do add new. And then when you do, you get a blank page like this, but it's blank. So you choose the name of the title, and that kind of makes this part. You don't want to have this too long. If your title's long, don't have that too long. You can go in and write. You can add media here, so you can do the same thing. Add media and upload it directly without having to go in and out like that. Add a couple of tags, add a featured image, which is like the main image on an article. So when you're on the home page, that's the one you see. For example, how I broke my foot in Koh Phangan. That'll be the main image here, the featured image. So that's that. That's just what it looks like when it's empty. So you can change the date if you want to schedule them in advance, which is what I do. You can change the date, 5th of November, and then time. You can edit this. Try not to have this too long. For example, when I have the name of the post in, this would be too long and go in 2 lines. Try and add your keyword in the title. So say your keyword was like travel with kids in Mexico, then you'd put that here. And then copy it. You would use it multiple times throughout this. And then you would do other like variations of it, like Mexico with kids, toddlers in Mexico, whatever. Use it multiple times. So then you edit the snippet, you would see that's that now there, and then you can use another sort of keyword here, or family travel, and then you add it in here. Welcome to our Travel with Kids in Mexico guide. We hope this covers everything you want to know. And then if you put it in here, this is a plugin, by the way. This is called Yoast. You need to install it. Yoast, Y-O-A-S-T. It's a plugin. So once you get that plugin, you'll see this option at the bottom of your post. So you can now see how good it is for SEO purposes. So it'll let you know if you've wrote enough words, if you've wrote the keyword in enough times, if there's any images. So these are all things that you could do to improve it. A good thing to do with posts, especially travel posts, is add an external link to a high ranking website. So in this example, you could do this. Now you've got a link to Wikipedia, and it tells Google that we play with the big boys. Yeah. So I'm linking to this big website, link to like Wikipedia, like Lonely Planet, those kind of big websites, high ranking blogs, things like that. So adding one external link is good. Meta description is this, so add more words. Slug for the page is this. I always ignore it because I need to have that because it's part of my keyword. Internal links, so if you've wrote something else about travel with kids, you can then do that. Travel, this is how you do it, travel with kids. This will look through your other articles that talk about that. 10 reasons to travel with kids, you could do that. So now you've linked internally to something. No images, so you just add the images, easy, add some tags, add a category or two, and then you can either publish, save the draft, or if you change the date, press OK, it will go to schedule. So that's what you want to do. Let's figure this out. I don't want to save that because it's a load of junk. So basically 300 words is your minimum. You can add YouTube videos into your posts, whatever you want. I'm not sure what else I should cover right now because you're probably just getting started and that's where you'll begin. What I did in the beginning was I sat down and wrote posts for the past year, kind of like 10 a month for the past year. So I sat down and wrote like 120 posts over a few weeks or months, can't remember. So my website had a lot of links coming into it. Google picked it up very quickly. And it also looked like to companies that I wanted sponsorship from that I'd been blogging for a long time. I was consistent and reliable. So now I post every Monday and every Thursday. I've got my post scheduled till the end of the year. I still look consistent. I've also started doing some on a Saturday that have to do with teaching online or working online. See, that's the very beginning. If you're doing travel posts, have a look on Facebook for link swap groups. So then, for example, if someone was talking about hospitals on Koh Phangan, you could say, hey, I've got a really good post about when I broke my foot on Koh Phangan. I could link to your hospital post. Could you link to my post about working at Cambly? Whatever posts work, you can then swap a link. So you would go in your article, let's see, for an example, you would find a keyword that worked well for them. Go up here, copy their link from this bar, copy, pretend I've done it like this. So you would like copy their link to their article about the hospital. Then when you're in the editor page, for example, hospital on Koh Phangan, you could highlight it, do that thing to add the link and copy and paste. And that's it. You've done a link swap with them. Google will appreciate that both of you are making your articles more informative, like by linking to something beneficial to the reader. The dashboard's just the page that sort of lets you know what's going on, like when's your next post coming out, have you like got loads of comments or whatever. So yeah, that's all the comments. I used to do a lot of comment threads. So my next post that will come out is on the 25th. It's going to be about things to consider when you go to Ethiopia. Who can teach English online will come out on Saturday. See, and these were the ones recently published. The most recent comments on my blog. How many posts have good SEO? Yeah, posts with these are probably old ones. I didn't realize you could see that. Posts with the SEO score good, 478, and posts with them not good, 8. This is where you can build your contact form, manage the comments that come in. I wouldn't worry about all of these right now. They're called plugins. If you want more, there's a plugins. Here it is. You can go and look for them. But those are the main things to worry about right now. Next, if you ask me some questions that you've got about using WordPress or specifically for travel blogging, I'll try and make a video about that to make it easier for you to start using it. Just let me know.